So if you're not already familiar with Google Ads dynamic callouts, they are very similar to regular callout extensions or assets. They kind of changed the name on it. But they're sort of hidden now. If you're in the new user interface, if you go over to campaigns and then under assets, click on assets. I just went ahead and clicked on callouts here just so we can filter down to those specifically. You may already have some that are set up. If you set them up yourself, it'll say source advertiser. If they were set up automatically, it will say like system. It'll basically say that you didn't set them up. The Google Ads system set them up automatically for you. And there may be benefits to using dynamic callouts. For instance, if you're using, dynamic search ads and you have like thousands of pages on your website, you don't necessarily want to go through and manually set every callout extension up yourself or callout asset yourself. Then you can use the dynamic callouts to have it automated. To do that, there's a setting which is kind of buried now, but if you are in your assets area, if you click more right here, you'll see where it says account level automated assets. Click on that. And now we can see that there's some legacy automated assets that are showing up here. You can see it says legacy, and there's dynamic callouts, site links, structured snippets. So these are ones that were, turned on and utilized before Google kind of changed this whole layout. But you may or may not have anything here. It doesn't necessarily prevent you from turning this on. If you want, you can check your data here to see, if there's actually some callouts that have been set up and some of the data related to it. But if you want to enable dynamic callouts, you'll need to click this more again and then click advanced settings. And that will bring us to this drop down section where we can turn things on and off. So dynamic callouts, who knows, you might want to turn them off because it might be creating some that are irrelevant. You can tell it, hey, I'm concerned about performance. Go ahead and save that. Now it's not going to utilize dynamic callouts anymore. Or maybe you want it on. I think it's going to be on by default in most accounts anyways, unless you had already previously turned it off. But you can just toggle this on and off depending on what you want to have happen. Then as they start to run, you're going to collect this data here. One thing to keep in mind about this data, it's actually just, you can't actually click on a callout extension or asset on a Google Ads, on a Google ad. So this data just indicates how your ad performs when these extensions show alongside your ads. So, this extension or asset, the dynamic callouts showed 5,418 times alongside the ad. That resulted in 157 clicks. So 2.9% conversion or click-through rate. We get the cost per click, the cost. There's more data that we can pull in from these custom columns here if we want. Like conversions, different things like that. So we can see how many conversions were generated, which is actually none in this case. And then we can compare this to ones we set up manually if we wanted and just see, are the dynamic callouts performing any better than the manual callouts that we set up ourselves? If they're not, then we can go in here, turn them off, just like we have now, and then they will stop showing up. So I hope you found that helpful. If there's anything you did have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to them there.
Look, if you're the type of person that just doesn't even want to deal with Google Ads anymore, then you can always reach out to me. My company is Missoula SEO Geek. I'll leave a link to my website down below, but we do manage Google Ads for different companies in different industries, and you can come learn about what we do, what makes us unique. You can even read some of the testimonials from some businesses that we've taken from 0 to over $1 million in revenue, like this one here. And really just see that, this is the type of thing that's going to explode your business growth. So feel free to reach out. You can always give us a call or contact us through our website. And look forward to working with you.